Okay, so I'm trying to clear out unopened boxes that have just been accumulating on my desk. I literally have boxes on top of boxes that have just been sitting there for weeks because I haven't made time to do these unboxing videos. And yeah, nobody's making me make these videos, but I'm crazy and I just like to unbox these things on video just to capture my reaction and post them on YouTube, mostly for myself and a few of my friends. So I appreciate you guys commenting and liking all this stuff, and it's always kind of crazy to me that people watch at all. I have some with like tens of views and some with thousands of views, so who knows? I do this stuff for myself. But anyway, way off subject. These two boxes, at least I believe these two boxes are the ones that contain my neo-geo mini stuff. I mean, the bottom one came in on whatever day they were supposed to come in after the neo-geo mini launched in the United States. And I didn't even notice, because I didn't get to it, that the controllers I had ordered didn't come in until a couple of days later. But even the controllers have been sitting there for a while. So just a quick little video here, we'll see how quick, of the unboxing, kind of my initial reaction, and yeah, we'll just go from there. I don't have HDMI mini cables. So they make official SNK Neo Geo, this is gonna sound stupid, official SNK Neo Geo mini cables. So they're the Neo Geo Mini actually uses what's it's pretty much an HDMI cable with a mini end on it. Oh, so this is the control. These are the controllers, and it's nothing really special other than it's a little odd, and I just want that cable, and so I haven't ordered one. I could just get a generic HDMI mini to HDMI cable so I can plug it into my TV, but I just haven't done it yet. So anyway, this is just going to be looking at the mini console itself and these controllers. So I think I got, jeez, I don't even remember what I ordered sometimes. Oh, I got white. I was about to say I think I got black, but apparently I got white, and I was debating between the two, and I think, now I remember, I think I went with white because they match the side of the console, of the Neo Geo Mini console. I think that was my thinking anyway. I don't remember. I originally had pre-ordered both of them, and I said, okay, no, that's just a little too crazy. I actually, so I'll admit, I actually tried this for a little bit at Evo this year. Somebody, I don't know, some dude from Japan had set up a Neo Geo Mini on his booth, I guess you wouldn't call, I mean, it was barely a booth. It was literally just a table with a Neo Geo Mini on it and like some monitors on the side. So I think he was, I don't know what he was. He had a Neo Geo Mini just sitting there. I tried it out real quick, but I haven't seen the box or anything before. So here we go. This is the international version of the Neo Geo Mini. So there's two versions, if you don't know. You probably do if you're watching this. There's the Neo Geo Mini Japan version and the international version. The Japan version has a slightly different color scheme and different games built into it. So I'm going to assume you don't know shit about the Neo Geo Mini to give me something to talk about while I'm opening this up. The Neo Geo Mini is basically, quite honestly, a cash-in on this whole mini craze started by Nintendo with their NES Mini. And come on, it's basically, oh my goodness, more of these. It's basically the same thing as the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic, except for, you know, Neo Geo being Neo Geo, it has to one-up it in some way, just like it did back in the 16-bit era. It adds a screen and makes it look kind of like a little Japanese-style cabinet. Why they didn't make it look like the American-style cabinet with the red and white, I don't know. But they made it look like a Japanese-style cabinet with different colors. So this actually looks really cool. The way I think of these things isn't so much as my preferred way to play these games, because I actually own, I don't know, 4 or 5 different ways, like multiple AESs and CMV, like 2 CMVSs, 1 consoleized, etc., and a Neo Geo CD. Anyway, I own a lot of different ways to play Neo Geo games. To me, this is just kind of like a cool decorative piece. It kind of sits on your desk, you know, says Neo Geo on the side, and it's playable. It's like, you know, people pay, you know, they're like, oh, don't buy these classic systems. They're ridiculously overpriced. They're just emulation boxes, which they are. But you know what? People pay hundreds of dollars for stupid ass sculptures and figures and and stuff that literally don't do anything but just sit on your shelf. This to me is kind of the same thing, except for it could do something. You could turn it on, you could play games on it. So yeah, it's like a little miniaturized cabinet that looks cool just sitting on your desk. At least I think it looks cool. So I didn't use the joystick when I was doing it. You can see my Retropalooza t-shirt there. I didn't use the joystick when I was playing at Evo. I used these things, but yeah, feels not great. I've seen a lot of reports already how basically the controls are kind of garbage, and the HDMI out is kind of not great. But you know, whatever. Like I said, to me, this is my little neo-geo statue. So yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at the system itself. So it says 2P. I'm not sure if you can see that, for 2-player side, and 1P for 1-player side. Now these are not standard as far as they might be USB-C. I don't really know. I don't have anything that's USB-C, but they're definitely not standard neo-geo ports, which are just straight pass-through. They don't have any circuitry or anything in neo-geo controllers. This is the mini HDMI out. Looks just like an HDMI out, except for it's smaller. And what does this say? Oh, this is the power. Or is it headphones? That's headphones. And this one, boy, these are hard to read. What does that say? No, that's the power. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I said before, but clearly this is power, DCN. This is headphone jack. This is the HDMI out. And this is a pretty cool button, only because it has SNK on it. I presume that's the power button. Doesn't say, but it has to be. I don't know what else it could be. So let's just quickly take a look at the instruction manual. I'm not going to go through this whole. Oh, great! It's only a few pages anyway, and then it turns into different languages, which is pretty typical of manuals in 2018, or actually for a while now. So basically, okay, it says please purchase HDMI cable separately. Yeah, so outputs to TV. And yeah, if you look, I mean, this is probably like the 100th or 200th or maybe even more neo-geo mini video that you'll find on YouTube. And I'm doing it kind of late, so many of you probably already know all about this thing. Oh, it's already? that was quick. It already went to other languages. So I know that this has got to be the adapter, right? Power adapter. That Brook makes a converter that allows you to use like pretty much, I think, any PS4 stick on. Did I tore it? God damn it! On the Neo Geo Mini, it just basically provides you a little converter. This might be USB-C. I mean, I don't know, but it looks like USB-C to me, even though I don't own a USB-C phone or anything. Probably just use a USB to USB-C or whatever converter, and then the firmware, I think it's for the universal one, allows you to use a full-sized controller, which is cool because these, they're not super great too. So this whole thing is like, yeah, it's really cool, but not super great if you want to play on it. So this is the charger, or not the charger because it doesn't have a battery, which would be cool if it had a battery, but the power. It doesn't even come with the, I hate that trend. It doesn't come with the actual charger or the block, the charging block. Okay, so that's, what is this? Oh, you can customize it. That's cool. Let's take a look inside here. Oh, and their stick. Looks like the 3M. So there's a sticker. There's only one? I guess it goes here. I don't know why I wouldn't just have it on there. Let's take a look at the box. So it already has Neo Geo stickers on the side. It has like a thing up here. Doesn't show the back anywhere. No. Oh, they're the 40 games. I'm not going to name them all. You can, let me see if I can get it in focus. You can certainly look them up, and you probably already seen this list, but you can also just pause this screen right here and see if your favorite game made it on here. The Japanese one, I don't think I finished telling you guys. The Japanese one actually has very different games on there because a good portion of them are fighting games. And as much as I love Neo Geo fighting games, and I do, they're not all super great. So I would rather have different kind of games, more action games. And that's what this package includes. So I actually kind of like this better. I don't know if they've already hacked it, but it cannot be too far from now. So here's the stickers that came. That would allow you to, so I don't know if I'm gonna put these on there. Because it goes there, you know? I might. And this, since there's only one, it's gotta go right here. I'll look it up online. I might just stick it on there. Usually when I get stuff like stickers, I don't use them, but this clearly, I mean, it just looks too plain without that on there, so we'll do that. All right, so there's that. It's kind of, the video is not super, a little far away. Oh well, you get the idea. And let's take a look at one of these controllers. And now I do own a CDZ, and so I have CD, but these are based off, oh no, why do you do this? Why? Why do they make it so difficult to just, the little latch, come on, there we go. These are based off the Neo-Geo CD controllers, but as you will see, they are not Neo-Geo CD controllers that have been adapted. They just basically took the look and like the shape of them, of the Neo-Geo controllers, Neo-Geo CD controllers. So looks like that, you'll see very soon here. And completely changed the insides, which kind of sucks because one of the nice things about the Neo-Geo CD controllers is it has a clicky like micro switch joystick or thumb circle or whatever you want to call that. And this one I think is very, from what I've seen online, is very similar to this. This, you know, you can, it very clearly there's no mechanical switches in there. There's no like cherry switches or anything like that, or Sanwa. That is just, wow, these are like a fresh manual here. It's not even fully cut. So also the layout is weird. It doesn't have, I think traditionally it's AB, gosh, I can't remember, ABCD. I don't remember, but it's not this way. It's not ABCD. And I don't know why. They just completely changed that button layout. Of course, you could probably rewire it if you wanted to. There's not much inside, I'm pretty sure. So well, that was it for the instructions. Then all of a sudden it went German. So let's take a look at the controller itself. I'll tell you what, it is pretty. I think another reason that I picked white is because the CD controllers are never in white. They're always in black. And yeah, this feels, I mean, the buttons feel okay. The buttons actually feel a lot like I remember it. And all my stuff's still in storage, guys. I have, man, I hate being in this house. All my good stuff's in storage. So I have a Neo-Geo CD controller I could show you. I can't pull out the original Neo-Geo controllers because they're in box buried someplace. So that's all gonna have to wait till sometime in 2019 when we move into our new house. But anyway, this should be going click, 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 and it's not. It's perfectly smooth. I don't know. I'll probably try a few games here just to give you an idea of what I think of this. So yeah, nothing really special. I think was it Metal Jesus? He did one of the Neo Geo International mini reviews pretty early. I guess he had a preview copy. And he contacted us, I think via Twitter, to ask them what was up with the stick. And he said it was very difficult to make a clicky stick. Something like that. Look it up. Anyway, guys, you know what? I'll do some gameplay. Yeah, I think I said I was going to do gameplay. Then I decided in my head I wasn't, but now I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to reposition the camera so it makes a little bit more sense because it's a little too far away here. All right, be right back. Okay, that is way better. So this is just, of course, my camera pointing directly at the screen, so it's not going to be exact. Colors actually look pretty good. Hero 3, key config. So A, B jump, I mean, I guess probably would like in this configuration. I mean, fuck it, I'll just leave it. Let's just go. Yes, it's okay. So one thing is, I'm very glad that they kept 4x3, because in the Neo Geo X they went widescreen, even though there's an option to do 4x3. Anyway, let's see where it goes. It looks pretty nice. Oh my goodness. I should have changed my control scheme. No, I wanted a grenade. Let's go underwater. You know, the joystick isn't too bad, honestly. Alright, Helen. You can read the text fine. I mean, oh shit. It's sharp. I like how they named all those like killer eels with female names. Like cutesy ones too. That guy was stuck in a crate? That's harsh. Oh man. I'm gonna lose my sub pretty soon. I can't do that. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I can't find the jump button. Yeah. Continue. Let me kill this guy. Man. So you probably saw me moving that around a little bit there. Son of a bitch. I'm out. It's a little light. If you're not careful, you will move it. Finally. Like, I can move it pretty easily. Try to center it back there. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm actually very happy with the way it looks on this tiny little screen. I don't notice any motion blur. Speaker's decent. You'd probably want to use headphones. I'm wondering if there's a way to... Okay, there is. You just hit both select and start at the same time. Oh, you can save too. Well, that's neat. Let me try a kind of a brawler. I'm in the mood for a brawler. Maybe I'll do... Yeah, let me do Mutation Nation. Man, I will never get tired of that sound. 20XX. That's today. Today's 20XX. Alright. So there's only two... Well, I wish I could change the controls on this one. Should have changed it. Can I? What is... Save... Oh, okay, so it has save states. That's cool. Let's load it. That is cool. Is that the only way to do it? You gotta get out? Huh. What does the brightness look like? So it doesn't actually get you out of the game if you do that. It just, you know, you exit, you go back into the game. So how do you exit? B? Yeah, you hit B. No, you hit A. Confused. Oh, it's because I'm thinking A is in the lower right hand corner and that's actually B. Yeah, there's no option that I can see. Is there one at the yeah, let me exit. No, that's got. I keep hitting B because it's in the lower left-hand corner. Oh, okay, cool. Copy. All right, I'm curious. All right, fair. Oh, they're the same things. Same exact things. Okay. I want to change the buttons like permanently. Help. You can go to the... Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if you guys want to go to the official neo-geo Mini official website, aim your phones at this. You guys got it? Good. Facebook, and are they just going to be QR codes for all of them? They are just QR codes. Interesting. Sort of. It's interesting that it's not interesting, actually. All right, so let's go back and... Gosh, I cannot stop hitting that lower left-hand corner thinking it's A. Too much Xbox. All right, so I'm not going to be able to change the controls here. So B is awkward because it's like straight down and to the left. This guy always reminded me of Axl Rose. Obviously the red hair. So I think this game never really, it's like underrated in my opinion. It's pretty good. I think the graphics are pretty solid. These guys always remind me of the LA Rams. Pretty solid graphics. Gameplay's, you know, it's alright. It's not like revolutionary or anything. Oh, this guy. So when I was at the, I'll tell you my story while I'm playing Mutation Nation. Well, I was at the University of Notre Dame. And I don't know, 90 or 91? Might have been 91, I don't remember. I think it was 91. There was always a spring festival. There may be still one now. I don't know. I've been there in years. And during the spring festival, they would do all kinds of things: hamburger eating contests, bands, you know, like a little carnival, whatever. And one of the things, one year, somebody got SNK to come out there, and they brought about, I don't know, 20 CRTs and 20 neo-geos and set it up in the ballroom at the student center, and they were going to have a tournament, a 2-day tournament. On the first day, you had to play this game, Mutation Nation. It wasn't even released yet. It wasn't out in the arcades. It wasn't out at home. Obviously, it's not at home. It's not out in the arcades. It was a pretty much complete version of Mutation Nation that had not been released yet, and they had set it up on all the machines. And what you did is you played it for score. And of course, as soon as people found out they were having a video game tournament, because video game tournaments were not that common back then, all my buddies were like, dude, did you see this? Dude, did you see this? There's a video game tournament. We didn't, they didn't even know what SNK was or Neo Geo. We had a Neo Geo in the student center, in the arcade, very small arcade, but we had a Neo Geo. And so I was like, cool, I got all hyped about it. So the first day, bright and early, I'm right there. First thing, right? They just opened up. And so I play, I'm super hyped up. I've never played this game before. Nobody had. It hadn't been released yet. So I play it and I got, I don't know, some kind of score. I don't remember what it was. And it was not great. It was not great. It was okay. I played by myself, because you can play co-op on this. 2 players at once co-op. And how do we do my special? Is it both buttons? I don't even remember. Oh my god. You guys are not going to believe my story now, because... How do we... Oh, that's how. That's right. Oh shit. It's going to follow me. Anyway, I got some score. It wasn't super great. So, whatever. They wrote my name down, and throughout the whole day, they were taking, entrance, and they were going to take the top 50 to move on to the next phase of the tournament. And which was the next day. So they took the top 50, and they had a leaderboard, and it's like a dry erase board or something. And I came back. I went to my classes. Came back later in the day, and my score was not doing well. I mean, literally, the entire student body was invited to. It's a free tournament, so there was a ton of people playing. And I saw my score drop and drop and drop and drop, and I was pretty disheartened. Well, I started seeing that people were, because there were so many people playing, they were allowing people to play in teams, like co-op. And at first I thought that was a detriment, but what I didn't realize is that if you play co-op, you can get a lot further because the game doesn't compensate for there being two players. So you can actually get a lot further in the game, and you can defeat like the first boss together. And I think it's the last hit, if I remember correctly. It's the last hit gets the points. So I got together. I'm totally cheating. And I got this. Let me do this thing. Shit. Well, so I got 56,000. I did better than this, so I'm going to redo this. So I got this bright idea that one of my friends, who didn't give a shit about video games, but still a decent video game player, God, I can't even, would play with me, and he would allow me to get all the points, which, again, super cheating. I get it. But I was so disheartened by my shitty score, and I should have, taken it, but whatever. Anyway, so that was my plan. And I did worse. And it serves me right. I did worse. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And in fact, the guy who was the tournament director, he was a student. What I had done is I talked to the marketing person, the nice lady in the suit, and asked, told her, I didn't think it was fair that everybody else was playing two-player and I was playing single-player. And because in the morning, everybody was just doing single-player. And everybody was getting further as two-player. And if I could go again, two-player. And she was like, sure, whatever. And when I went to go, when I went to do it, the tournament director guy, that is neat, I forgot about that, was not having it. He was like, dude, you already played, I recognize you. You were one of the first ones. I'm like, yeah. So this is the first boss. Look, you get a ton of points for this. We got 15-4 right now. Okay, you get 10,000. I guess it's not that much. But anyway, it's a bonus. So the guy was like, nah, he's not having it. I said, hey, well, I talked to the nice lady and marketing director, and she said it was cool. And he's like, fine, whatever. So I did my thing, and he wrote down my score, and I did worse. Again, serves me right. I get it. Karma. But now, as you'll recall, I said I won this tournament. My score was not in the top 50. My second score wasn't. But when I went to go check the final results the next day, my score was, or at the end of the day, my score was in the top 50. It might have been a 3-day tournament. I don't remember now the details of how many days it was. But I know it was multiple days. When I went to go check to see who made it, I had qualified 48th with my original score. They had written down my score twice, and because they were separated, it was pen and paper back then, it was separated by so many other people, I guess they didn't notice, and they didn't know my name. So my first score was taken, which was my single score, and it was not that great, but I got in. And that's all that mattered. Because the second phase was you had to play Robo Army, which had just released, and what was it? King of the Monsters? I think it was. And no, it was Robo Army and gosh, what was that one? Yeah, King of the Monsters. And you would take a combined score. And I did really well on that. And then I think they whittled it down to 8. Because on King of the Monsters, most people couldn't beat the first monster. If you beat the first monster, you got huge points. And pretty much, if you beat the first monster, there wasn't that many people that beat it. You were going to get to the top 8 just because the score was so big. So I beat the first monster, did well. But I noticed the guy that won or got really, I think he won the Mutation Nation. He was ranked first after that round. Also was ranked, I think, first or second. And the second, I didn't even know who that guy was. He was ranked first or second again in the second stage. So he made it into the top 8. I think I made it first and he made it second. And then the next stage with the top 8 was, you would think it would be at some point because, it's SNK, it would be a fighting game tournament, but nope. We did play Mutation Nation. Not Mutation Nation. I already said that. We played, what the hell? Fatal Fury. The first Fatal Fury. But we were playing for score. And the top 2 scores would make it to the last round. So I picked Andy Bogart. I had not really played. We knew what the games were going to be beforehand, and so we had Fatal Fury in the arcade, and we had Soccer Brawl, which was going to be the finals game. That was going to be head to head. And so I spent like $2.50 the night before practicing on Soccer Brawl and figuring out that you either had to play Korea or Japan or else you'd lose. And figured out that if you played Andy Bogart and you just did his stupid like rush attack with his elbow attack, and you did that over and over and over, you can get a lot of perfects against the computer, which I did. And me and this guy knew this strategy, and so we both finished 1 and 2. I think he was number 1 and I was number 2. So this guy was like killing it at every stage, and so we made it. We both made it to the finals, and on the finals, I remember Andy Eddy from EGM. He was at EGM at the time, which was based out of Chicago. They came out and sent Andy Eddy. He was like the, I think, senior editor. And he basically took pictures of it, of the event and everything, and we played on a stage on a giant projection TV, but like rear projection, and it was fine. And we played Soccer Brawl in front of the crowd, and I beat the guy. I think I got the first 2 goals or whatever. Am I done? Sad time. So anyway, I ended up beating the guy, and I got a neo-geo. I moved it a whole bunch. I got a neo-geo gold. I think I got it with NOM 1975, and I kept my picture in EGM with the nice marketing lady. And Andy Eddy gave me a T-shirt that had like National Video Game Team Captain or member or something like that, which I hadn't even heard of. I don't even know if it was a real thing. I wore it once to an arcade when I was playing Street Fighter 2, and they made fun of me, so I never wore it again. But it was like National Video Game Team or something like that. Anyway, and you know what second prize got? The first prize got Neo Geo gold. Second prize got a T-shirt from Andy Eddy. It's like they didn't even give him anything from SNK. So anyway, that was my story. I can't even continue. Let me exit. Oh man, I didn't mean to go into that story, but I did. So anyway, I think that's enough. You kind of get the idea, right, guys? Well, you know what? Let me do a fighting game, just for completeness, because I actually know how to play Garo somewhat. Oh, you know what? Let me hook up this thing and use this thing. Yeah. This is going to be weird. You know what? I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to do it with this and then without. This is going to be a much longer video than I intended. You know, I'm just going to do practice because I don't really care how I do against... do I get to change the buttons? Pack configuration, yes. So light punch, light kick. Oh, it's actually set up. AB, so light punch, light kick, hard punch, hard kick. Strong punch. Yeah, it's already set up for this. So, okay, so it's set up for Garo. All right, I'm less mad now. Oh, I didn't mean to choose that color though. That's okay. Yeah, okay. So I play, okay, that's easy. This actually works. That's always been a kind of a... Oh, why is this goofball just jumping? I don't want to jump. Yeah, so I should be able to jump, then... Oh, man. It's harder with this pad. Okay. This pad actually works pretty well. Let's see if I can do a super on him. Let's see. Yeah. Really, no problem. There seems to be a lot of travel, but, you know, it's okay. I'm trying to show you the controllers I play, but, so I can do, you know, short jumps, regular jumps, can do super jumps. Anyway, they feel pretty good. Anyway, let me try without this controller. I like that they're hot swappable, by the way. Perfect. Okay, so let's try here. Yeah, works good. I don't know if it's a tribute or a testament of the good controller. I mean, the good control programming from SNK, or if it's because there's a lot of travel in this thing, but it still feels good. So yeah, confirmed that it's definitely playable. I don't know how long they're gonna last because they seem kind of like wonky, but you know what? Whatever. It feels pretty good. Yeah. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I do have several more in the pipeline being worked right now, so stay tuned to the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time.